So before the actual diamond painting happens, there's always this part, kitting everything up. Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Unfinished Projects Club. My name is Jen. So today I am going to kit up my 80s Mini Dazzles from Diamond Art Club. I am getting ready for the March Mini Mania event that's being put on by several creators here on YouTube. So if you like a quiet setup or just something you need on in the background while you're doing your own thing, you are in the right place. So you saw this briefly in my mini kit reset reorg video, but we really didn't look at it. So let's take a look at it. So again, this is the 80s set, very on brand around here. We have our sticker sheet. There are 21 colors and they are all fairy dust. And then we have the teeny tiny little stickers. How cute. One of these days maybe I'll start a logbook and use these, but that show our various different canvases. We have our beautiful drills we will take a look at. And then our canvases, our little mini canvases. So let's look at these, huh? I love participating in the Mini Mania event. It feels very low pressure to me. It's one of the only events I do currently. Maybe someday I'll participate more. But anyways, we've got the TV with the lines that used to show up at the end of the night, you know, after it signed off, because back in the day, TV used to sign off at night. Your rabbit ears. A boombox. I mean, what else is there to say? A VHS tape. My mom is so cute. When we were younger, we used to videotape the movie of the week that would come on HBO. That's how we built up our video collection. And she would draw the stickers for it, you know, that's on the side of the tape. And she'd put it in the font that was like on the actual movie poster to make it look like, you know, we bought the movie. It was cute. We have a cassette. Many mixtapes were made in the day on a cassette. Rubik's Cube, never could figure it out. And a Polaroid camera. I used to have one. My son has the updated version. But so Mini Dazzle canvases, mine is linty, but the back is that soft lint, not as soft as like main canvas, and they don't have like the scalloped edges, but they are frame ready in that they have that nice outer edge. So if you just wanted to throw it into a frame, you could. Typical Diamond Art Club quality though. And now we have our sticker sheet, and then all of our drills are going to be specials, and in this case they're all fairy dust. Pardon the crinkles. We probably won't have a whole lot of any one color, which is fine. But, ooh, we have a lot of 310. That's the most one. You know, I think this is the first time I am using a fairy dust 310. I love these colors though. They are so bright and happy. So what I'm going to do now is cut these apart and just separate them by hundreds to make kitting up life easier. $700. We have our 300s. I will need to pull out the dryer sheet because this is typical Diamond Art Club and it's probably going to be staticky. Where'd my 700s go? There they are. Oops, getting a little overzealous there. 400, 38.65. A 500. Another 700. Got a lot of 700s. 33. 500 and a 400. All right. So I like to use these little pod cases for kitting up mini kits. At least a Mini Dazzles like this, where it's just, you know, small number of canvases, number of drills. So I am going to cut the number off the end here because these little pods, this like that sticker fits like exactly, and I'm never precise. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off and just leave myself the symbol and the code. That ought to fit in one pod. It's a lot, but not a ton. So we're going to assume. All right, so we are going to have just a little voiceover moment because the stepdaughter came down and was talking to me about everything under the sun, whether or not she could eat my macaroni and cheese, how much work she got done today for school, whether or not she wants to get a piercing tomorrow. I mean, just like I said, random conversation I just didn't think you wanted to be there for. So I muted that and I'm just going to talk about kitting up. So here we are putting stickers on our containers. There are 21 colors, as I said before, and each baggie of color will fit into one pod. So I'm just going through and putting these on in DMC order. Another thing I mentioned to her, and you'll notice it at some point during this video, I am sure, my hands are dirty. I have printer ink all over me. I fought with my printer today, and I think it died. So I have to buy a new printer. It's very exciting. Last thing I wanted to do today, but I've had it for a little while. That's another conversation we were having during this moment. I've had that printer at least 7 or 8 years. So I guess it was due to die. It kept jamming. That's how my last printer died. It just kept jamming and kept jamming and kept jamming. I think it must have did something to the printer heads because after that, I just kept getting lines on my printing and I did all the maintenance things you're supposed to do. I adjusted my print heads, cleaned my print heads, and nothing helped. So I guess that means it died. So yay, that was a good day. And I'm going to talk about it at some point during this video too. I'm letting you know right now. Okay, we are back live. Flinging drills at myself. Of course. So yeah. It's snowing. Around here, normally, they would release school early. I'm kind of surprised they're not. So I have to go get my son in like an hour. It's been snowing most of the afternoon. So I am expecting horrendous roads because they weren't treated. I don't think anybody really expected it to snow. So yeah, I have a feeling the roads are going to be kind of cruddy. And I have drills sticking to me. I am a mess. I apologize. I'm sure I told you that story when I did a voiceover just now while putting stickers on because my stepdaughter was down here. And I'm sure I explained all of that to you, but just in case. These are staticky. Always are. Diamond Art Club needs to start with the poke hole thing. That helped so much with my last kit up. Those bags that had the little holes poked in them were great. Now I'm going to be like Drill City stuck. So yeah, I cannot wait to start this kit next month for the Mini Mania event. I will throw up on the screen right now the YouTube creators that are putting together that event, because off the top of my head, I cannot remember who you are. I apologize, but I don't want to neglect mentioning them. I'll also put links to their channels in my description box below. So I mentioned to you when we were cleaning up minis that this particular kit was given to me by a friend of mine. She has been a friend since like kindergarten. So very long-term friend. She's also the one that gave me the Queen of the Unfinished Projects coffee mug. And she's a subscriber. So hey there, Jenny. Can't wait to do this kit next month. So when my stepdaughter was down here, we were discussing that the printer broke. And I probably explained that to you a little bit while I was talking to her. But yeah, the printer broke. So again, that's why I'm got ink all over my hands. I needed the printer, or still need the printer, because the original intent was to film my Just to Sparkles page 1 preparation today. That didn't happen because the printer is kind of an essential component to that. So I apparently will have to buy a new printer. Not exactly what I wanted to do today, but it's okay. It happens. I've had the printer for a really long time because that's what I was saying to her. I'm going to have to buy a new printer. She said, "Is it that bad?" I said, "Well, it's kept jamming and I've cleaned the print head several times and it's still not working right." And I've had it for a really long time though, because I got that printer back when I was running my soap business. It's been about 4 years since I stopped doing my soap business. So, I mean, that printer is at least 5-6 years old. I don't think it moved into this house with me, but it's up there. It's been kind of acting weird. The drawer for the paper where you load the paper wouldn't open right anymore. And I think it's just, you know, things are not built the way they once were. I love these colors, especially as pixie dust, fairy dust. They are so bright and cheerful. And I love the grays and the silvers and how it looks with the dust. That's one thing I love about the Mini Dazzles. It's a great way to build up your specials collection because you know you're going to have extra drills. Oh, dear me. So yeah, this kitting up was on the agenda for a couple weeks from now, but that is a-okay. We'll do it today. Either way, it needs done, right? Whether it's now or in 2 weeks. It needed to get done. It's good to be able to pivot too without getting stressed. I have enough that I stress about. I'm sure you can all commiserate with me. We all have enough to stress about, but we don't need to worry about the fact that the printer broke and this plan and that plan didn't go as you wanted it to. Because, you know, these things happen. $7.25, $27, $62. Where are you? 91, 92, 93. Lots of 700s. Yeah, I had debated what I wanted to do for the Mini Mania event. I already have that Autumn Pretty Little Gems kit set kit up. So I could have just done those. But once I got this and I glanced at the images that are on the canvases, I was kind of like, no, I gotta do this one. So here we are. I swear the printer breaking, it goes back to all the technical difficulties I've been having both at work, my mom up in New York. Apparently it is that time. She is still having issues. She's apparently going to have her internet provider come out and look to see what is going on with her, because even my brother-in-law, who is technologically savvy, could not figure out what is going on. I got my work technology problem figured out too. They sent me a new laptop, and for some reason that worked with the dock, and my monitors just suddenly reappeared. So these bags are so staticky. They're sticking to my hands. But yeah, so that was what figured out too. So I guess, you know, as we figure out one problem, I have to have a new one with the printer. 'Tis what it is, right? So how many of you are going to take part in the Mini Mania event? This one's bad. Look at this. So how many of you are going to take part in the Mini Mania event? Are you on the Facebook group? I did it last year too. Like I said, it's one of the few events that I participate in because I just feel it's very low pressure. You know, I got to do some minis. Cool. I like doing minis anyways. Oh, this doesn't want to come out. That helped a little bit. I had to blow some hot air in there, y'all. I'm full of it, right? But it seems to have done the trick. There's one lone diamond hiding in there. There we go. Yeah. Follow. Yeah. Your static guard, dryer sheets, hot air, all of those wonderful tricks that work for staticky drills. Gotta love it, right? Ooh, that one don't want to open. There we go. I might need to get a new, this one is just sticky. Here, let me find a new piece to use. This one's not as big, but it will do. Because that one just had some strings poking out of it that kept sticking to everything, along with staticky drills. I don't need the dryer sheet to cause the same problems the drills do. It's supposed to solve them. There we go. Look at that brand new dryer sheet. That works beautifully. How's this winter been for y'all? I know it's been cold in a lot of areas of the country. I have a lot of coworkers down in Florida, and that's something that I was kind of laughing about the other day because, you know, it's Florida. They're not used to the cold, but it was on the news the other day that there were parts of Florida, well, not the other day, I think it was like last week, parts of Florida that were colder than it was in Alaska. That is like the fear of every Floridian. They don't know what to do with the cold weather. Make fun, if you will, but when they're not used to it, they don't know what to do. I know last year a bunch of them got snow too. Again, they don't know how to handle that. I mean, Virginia's bad enough. My neighborhood still has large piles of icy snow. We call it ice snow now because it's just hard as a rock in the street. And it's been melting for the past few days, but not enough. Look at this, y'all. Oh, no. So I've been getting some work done on Tink. don't have that row finished yet, but she is getting there. Hopefully in the next couple of days I will have that done. I do know that this weekend will be a board game playing weekend with my husband, so not a whole lot of diamond painting is going to get done on Saturday. You've heard me talk about it before. He loves to play those board games that take hours, and I'm the only one that'll do it. So it falls on me. 36. All right. It makes him happy, so it makes me happy. Even if by the end of the game I'm just done. I get to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to count up our money and know who won or by how much, because I know it wasn't me. And at this point, it's just, well, gee whiz, how much did I win by this time for him? Because again, I never win. Ever. The day I win, y'all are going to find out. It'll be posted on social media. But since that day isn't coming soon, don't hold your breath. All right. So what are your other mini companies do I need to try out, y'all? I know I have Mini Dazzles from Diamond Art Club, of course. I also have tried, well, I have a kit from Paint Gem. I have kits from Paint Gems. I'll get it, spit it out eventually. And Pretty Little Gems. I have a Pretty Little Gem kitted up, which I will be trying soon. I have not done a Paint Gem yet, and that seems to be like the original mini kit place. I did try one from Forever Young. The white drills were really, really trashy, and that was like the majority of the background. So I kind of got scared off from doing my other Forever Young mini. At least for now. I'll do it eventually. What other companies are there that you like? I know, last thing is that I need are more diamond paintings, but I love my minis. Next thing I'm going to have to decide is how am I going to store my finished minis. I like the way Rebecca from Add More Zest does it with the portfolio books, and I'm really thinking of going in that direction, or at least a form of it. Probably not exactly like her because she only does paint gems, but some kind of form of that probably. That'll have to be a future video one of these days. All right, everybody. We have all of our beautiful colors kitted up. Oh, look at that static, everybody. Hopefully I have been in film or in frame most of the time here, but look at these colors. Love them. So bright. Very 80s. We have our canvases. And then I will keep the cover card and the stickers in here and put everything in a bag. So thank you so much for joining me. We are all ready to go for March. Let me know in the comments if you prefer kitting up or kitting down. I'd love to hear from you. I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.